It was a quiet Sunday morning in Seattle, and the Roberts family was getting ready for their weekly breakfast together. The smell of pancakes, maple syrup, and freshly brewed coffee filled the air as Emily Roberts, a 38-year-old single mother of two, flipped the last pancake on the skillet. Her teenage son Jason, 17, was sitting at the dining table, scrolling through his phone, while her 12-year-old daughter Sophie helped set the plates. Emily loved these mornings, not because of the pancakes or the lazy family chatter, but because this was the one time of the week everyone sat together without rushing off to school or work. But that morning, something small, something seemingly innocent, turned the peaceful family routine into an awkward moment they wouldn't forget soon. As they all sat down, Emily noticed Jason was unusually quiet. Normally, he would joke about how many pancakes he could eat or tease Sophie about spilling the syrup. But that day, he kept glancing at her, not in a weird or inappropriate way, but with that hesitant look of someone who wanted to say something but didn't know how. "Jason, are you okay?" Emily asked gently, pouring orange juice into his glass. He blinked, caught off guard. Yeah, can I ask you something?" "Sure, honey, what's up?" He hesitated, scratched the back of his neck, and said, "So, there's this thing at school. Parent presentation day. They want one of the parents to come and talk about their job or something they're passionate about." Emily smiled, feeling proud that her son actually wanted her to be involved. "That sounds fun. Do you want me to come?" Jason shrugged, looking embarrassed. "I mean, yeah, if you can. But it's kind of complicated." Sophie giggled. "He's just scared you'll embarrass him, Mom." Emily laughed. "Oh really? I promise I'll behave." Jason rolled his eyes but smiled faintly. "It's just that, last time, one of my friend's moms came, and she told this super emotional story about her life and, everyone was kinda awkward. I just don't want that." Emily chuckled. "Don't worry, I'll keep it simple. No emotional stuff." But what Jason didn't know was that Emily was an emotional person, deeply so. She worked as a nurse in a children's hospital, and every story she shared came from the heart. So when presentation day came, things didn't go quite as planned. The day of the presentation. The classroom buzzed with energy. Parents filled the back rows while students tried not to look too nervous. Jason sat with his friends, pretending to be relaxed, but he kept glancing toward the door. Then Emily walked in, calm, confident, wearing her nurse uniform. Jason immediately slouched lower in his chair. "Oh no," he muttered to his friend. "She's wearing the uniform." His friend smirked. "Bro, your mom's a nurse. That's awesome." Emily smiled politely at the teacher and began her talk. "Hi everyone. My name is Emily Roberts, and I've been a pediatric nurse for over 12 years. She began by describing how rewarding it was to help children recover, how small acts of kindness made big differences, and how even on hard days, compassion kept her going. At first, the students were quiet. But soon, they were listening, really listening. She told a touching story about a little boy who was afraid of needles, and how she had turned his fear into laughter by pretending the syringe was a superpower injector. The class laughed softly. Then, unexpectedly, her voice grew softer. "There was a time when I thought I couldn't do this job anymore," she said. "When my own kids were little, I would come home exhausted and cry in the kitchen because I felt like I wasn't being a good mom. But then one night, my son came in, gave me a hug, and said, 'Mom, you're my hero.' That moment changed me." Jason froze. He remembered that night. He had been maybe 8 or 9. He never realized his words meant that much. Emily's voice wavered slightly but stayed strong. "That's when I realized, the people who love you don't care about your mistakes. They just care that you try." The room was silent. Even the teacher's eyes were moist. Jason wanted to sink into the floor, not because he was embarrassed anymore, but because he suddenly felt something heavy in his chest, pride. When the presentation ended, the class erupted into quiet applause. The teacher thanked Emily for sharing her heart, and several students came up to shake her hand. But the moment turned awkward when one of Jason's classmates, a cheerful, talkative girl named Emma, said loudly, "Wow, Jason, your mom's speech made me cry. You're so lucky." Everyone turned to look at him. His face went red. Yeah, thanks, he mumbled. Emily smiled, feeling both proud and guilty for putting her son in the spotlight. As they left the classroom, she nudged him playfully. Sorry, I might have gone a little overboard. Jason sighed but smiled. Nah, it was fine. Just, next time, maybe skip the hero part. They both laughed. Later that night, back home, dinner was quiet again, but this time, it was a comfortable quiet. Sophie was telling their cat stories from school, and Jason was half smiling while scrolling through his phone. Then Emily's phone buzzed. It was a message from Jason's teacher. Greater than, your talk today really touched everyone. Thank you for reminding us that being a parent, and a human, is about love and courage. Emily showed Jason the message. He read it and said quietly, "You did good, Mom." For a moment, everything was still. The ticking of the kitchen clock, the hum of the refrigerator, the faint laughter from Sophie's room, all of it wrapped around them like a soft blanket of peace. But then came the awkward moment, small, but memorable. Emily stood up to clean the dishes and accidentally knocked over a glass of water, spilling it right into Jason's lap. He jumped up, shocked and laughing. "Mom, seriously? Oh my gosh," Emily gasped. "I'm so sorry." Sophie burst out laughing so hard she nearly fell off her chair. Jason got a cold shower at dinner. Even Emily laughed until tears rolled down her cheeks. The awkward moment broke the last bit of tension between them. Weeks later, Jason's school posted a video clip of the parent presentations online. To Emily's surprise, her talk had become one of the most viewed videos on the school's channel. People left comments saying how inspiring and real it was. One night, Jason showed her the video. "Mom, look at this," he said, scrolling through the comments. "People love your story." Emily smiled. "That's nice, but I think the best part is that you're not embarrassed anymore." Jason grinned. "Nah, you're still embarrassing, but in a good way." She playfully flicked his arm. "I'll take that as a compliment." And as they sat there, watching the video together, Emily realized that sometimes, life's awkward moments are the ones that bring families closer, not because they're perfect, but because they're real. Moral: every family has awkward moments, but love, laughter, and understanding turn those moments into memories that last forever.